I'm Alex Cheparev, and welcome to Crashing Maya. Hey guys, so in this video we will be modeling the shirt. I tried to record the other day and Maya crashed and I lost everything I worked on. So I stopped the recording and didn't finish it. So because I don't want this happening again, I'm going to show you how to set up autosave in Maya so that this does not happen again. You can go to Settings, Preferences. Go into Files and Projects. I'm going to scroll down to autosave. Now, I already had autosave. The problem was it set to 15 minutes and I crashed almost exactly 15 minutes after I first opened Maya. So I lost everything I worked on in those 15 minutes. So I'm going to set this to 5 minutes. When your projects are small enough, it's okay to do that. You can set a number of intervals, basically a number of autosaves. It'll keep 3 files and keep overriding those files. You can set it to 2 if you want. It's perfectly fine. And I clicked turn it enable. I don't prompt because it just brings up this little stupid thing that pops up every time. And I just put it in the project folder, so it'll save it right to my project folder. Click save. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to click save preferences. This will save my Maya preferences because if Maya crashes again, my autosave settings will be lost. Alright, so let's start. So first I'm going to hide what I don't want to work on. So I'm going to hide the hands, the pants, and we have his little body here. So what I'm going to do, I'm actually going to hide it for now, and I'm going to create a cube, and I'm going to hold X and just bring it to grid, and let's scale this up, and just scale the cube in the general shape of our body here. And then I'm going to also do the same from here, like that. It's good enough. Then I'm going to add height 2 because the arm's going to go here, and I want some extra geometry here as well. And is it width? Yeah, so width 3 as well because we want a hole for the neck. And now let's start shaping. Make sure symmetry is on, like that. We're in x-axis symmetry, and then we can start positioning. Okay. That's pretty good. Let's look at it from this view. Alright, that's good. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to select just the edges here so I can scale them to give it this round shape. And then I actually want to select the holes for the arms and just move them back a little, like that. Maybe move this back as well. Now if we select the arm holes here, the neck hole, and then the torso hole, we can delete them, and now we have our basic shirt model. Now next step is to subdivide. There's nothing else we can do to this, so we'll subdivide to add some detail to it, and then we're going to bring back the body to see how it's matching. Okay, so it's not matching very well at all, so I'm going to undo the subdivide, bring back the body now, and now I can just position this a little better around his actual body. Maybe bring this up like that. Okay, now we can subdivide. Okay, that looks really good. Alright, so now what I want to do is I want to make this fit the body really well. So I'm going to freeze it, modify freeze, clear history. I'm going to select this, then this, and I'm going to go to hold the spacebar, create deformers, and open up the options for shrink wrap. So it's a new deformer they recently added, and if we reset it, these are the default settings. What we're going to do is we want to go into a projection, and set this to vertex normals. If you're not sure what to use, usually use vertex normals. It works the best. If not, you can go through the different options. I'm going to click apply, and what it does is it takes any geometry and snaps it to another piece of geo. Now what's nice about this is that we have the shirt here, right? So if we hide the body, you can see what it looks like. So it's basically this very simple model now in the shape of his body. But what we can do, if we go into the inputs, click on shrink wrap, and then find offset. I'm going to hold control and middle mouse drag, and then I can offset the shirt off the body and make it puff out a little bit. And that looks really good. And now it's evenly spread out over his body. So now we can delete history, and we have a good start for the shirt. Okay, the next step that I'm going to do is I want to clean up some of this looping on the shirt. So I'm going to actually hide this. I don't need that, and hide the body. Oops, that's not the body. This is it. So what we want to do here is when I smooth, you see this little pinch here? That could be problematic. So we want to try and get rid of it. And an easy way to do it is to just draw a line from here to here, like that. And then we'll draw a line this way, then one here. Oops. Delete those. And if we just bring this in a little bit like that, make a nice round hole, and you can see what we did was make a nice loop here. We can take this vertex here and just kind of bring that up a little. See, that looks way better. And we'll do the same on this side. And I'm using this tool. This is the old cut faces tool. And if you want to know how to use it or how to get it, you just need to use this command, split polygon tool. Use this kind of caps, and then you can add it to your shelf. Okay, because it's not in any menus. I think they're trying to phase it out, but sometimes I like it better than this tool, which really frustrates me sometimes. Okay, and we also have the same on this side. See that? So you want to fix those as well. And it's the same process. See what I mean about frustrating me? You're trying to pick an edge and it's picking the face behind it. Okay. And now we can go from this view and just kind of position this. I'm not going to make the ripped sides yet. That's going to come later. So right now we're pretending it's not ripped. I'm going to use soft select and just try and move some of this around. That's good. Alright, I'm leaving this because I'm going to delete that side and I don't need to do anything with it yet. But I am going to do stuff with it. So that's why I'm leaving it for now, because you'll see. So I'm going to just spread this out a little and just give it make it look a little cleaner. Okay, so now what we need to do is create that this feature here. Okay, so what I'm going to do is actually select half, but in a let's turn off symmetry like that. I'm going to shift greater than, so grow my selection, and let's leave that and that, and delete this. Okay, so now what this leaves us is enough geometry to make that cut. So let's just start cutting. Now, if you can't see the line, you can make a curve to help. So I'm going to use the EP curve tool. I'm going to click here and then here, press W, then go to control vertex and move these points like that. I'm going to duplicate and then adjust that curve as well. There, so now I have two curves here. I'm going to select them and just move them forward so that I can see them when I press 5, so I can see them on top of my geometry. There. And actually it will be going down in the back like that. Let's see. Yeah, that's good. Let's bring the body back. I just want to make sure. Okay. Alright, so I'm okay with that, and now let's make this line, this cut. Multi-cut tool, I'm going to start right up here and just start drawing my line. And then when we get here, I'm just going to finish this and then start again. And I want to continue there. I can then select all of the faces on this side. And delete. So now we have that, which is perfect. And now what we need to do is quad this up. Now we have a lot of triangles here, so let's start. So the way I like to do it first is to find triangles like this and then put a line right in between them and kind of put an edge 90 degrees perpendicular to this diagonal edge like that. Actually, from here I want to kind of radiate this out a little. Yeah, that's good. spread that out a little. This is way too close. Like that. Okay, so another thing you can do is select these vertices and then go out like that. Delete that, and I'm not deleting edges. I'm not using Control Delete. I'm just deleting the edges with leaving all of the vertices intact because I want to keep the curvature. Then I'm going to go in the front view here, and I'm going to draw this line. I don't want to go to that point because I want to actually fix that later. Let's see. I have to exaggerate this a little bit, like that. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to select this vertex, press scale, then hold D and V, snap my pivot there, and then scale this. And then I can do the same to this one. Okay, so when we have something like this, what we can do is we can just redraw some of these edges. Now we have enough vertices here that it's not going to be a problem. I'm going to delete all of these and then start from the middle. So basically, you want to split this in half. Let me hide the body because it keeps getting in the way. Split it in half and start from here and find the half here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5. So 1, 2, 3. So this is the half, like that. And then kind of figure out where the third is. Drop it there, like that. And you can always redraw if you don't like the way it looks. Then from here, I'm going to go out like that, and from here out there. So maybe that means this one should probably go a little bit here, and this one here. Okay, so when this is done, we can select, let's get rid of these, we don't need them. We can select all of the vertices here, except the corners, like that, and hit delete. And then we'll delete all of those vertices that are stranded, and give us nice clean geo. And now we just need to continue this line. And since the geometry here is pretty low, it's pretty easy to just loop everything around nicely. There's not that many points to worry about. And see, I'm positioning some of the loops. Control delete. There we go. That's good. Now these little lumps here we'll fix later. It's not a big deal. Now what I also want to do is actually add some detail to this, because right now see how it kind of flattens out at these extreme angles. So I'm going to use Insert Edge Loop tool, and I'm going to turn on autocomplete and turn on insert with edge flow. And what this will do is it will try and push out that curve. Now it's not going to work perfectly, so what you can do is use the deselect up to here, because this is not so bad, I don't mind that. But here you can see it's not doing enough. So I'm going to use transform component, grab the blue arrow, just push that out a little. And if it's too much in certain parts, you can reselect, use that, and then use the blue arrow to just push it back in. Oops. Object mode. Okay, so that's pretty good. Now, clear history. Now what we're going to do is we're going to duplicate and mirror, flip it to the side. We're not using mirror, we're going to flip it. Because what we're going to do, so now see they both wrap around each other, which is perfect. And this one has to go in. So I'm going to select here, these vertices here, grow the selection a bit. Maybe like that. And then press B for soft select. And then make sure that in your soft select you set the fall off the surface, because if you grab volume, they'll grab some of the back. So I want to set it to surface. And now we can kind of push it in like this and scale it like that. Maybe scale it like this. Push it in a little bit. Maybe push this a little in like that. And then on this side, we're going to do the opposite. So here we'll push that out. So now you can see this one is tucked in and this one overlaps. So now we can select both, combine, merge. I'm going to select the vertices here, click merge again, and then go into poly merge. Hold control, grab the distance, and just slide it until everything merges, but not too much so it doesn't do that. Okay, there we go. Now I'm going to save, but I'm going to do file save scene as. I'm going to add a version. Save. It's good to have milestones. Alright, let's bring back the body. See what that looks like. That looks great. Okay, so now I want to add this like tucking in thing. So what we need to do is add a loop. Drag, set it to relative, turn off insert edge flow, and we're going to add a loop like that. Then now I want to select this edge loop. Now here's the thing, if you select this edge loop and double click, it'll go all the way around. But if you select this edge loop and then instead go into select and choose contiguous edges, I actually have it here because I use this a lot. You click it and what it does is it goes up to a certain angle. So when the angle is too extreme, it doesn't select anymore. It's a really nice way to select specific edge loops. And now we can just scale this down like that. And maybe bring this in or bring it down a little bit. Just gonna make sure everything's tucked in nicely. There it is. Now we'll add thickness later. But now I just want to rough it all out. If we bring the pants back, you can see there it is. So we have the basic geo for the back. Okay, so I don't like the way this dips down, so I'm going to fix this. I'm going to select this loop here. press soft select and just move this up. Okay. Alright, so that's looking pretty good. Once we subdivide, we can start adding a lot more detail to this. We're not going to do that yet. So thank you for watching, and stay tuned for the next video. Subscribe and like. Thanks.